All right, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Can you hear me? Oh, boy. Good morning, good morning. Oh, they're selling this bad boy. Selling it. The market is out of sync, by the way, and Harmony Zone number one is support at 323 by 313 and 98 by 88. And rallies or pullbacks are buyable really till proven otherwise. If we break anything under 300, then that's going to shift the actual personality of this morning's session. Switch trade right here, so a bit of a back and fell. Uh, Good morning, Gregory. Good morning, Brian. Let's see what's going on here because Ethan, good morning. Brad, good morning. Gregory, Marty, Matthew, good morning. Mike, good morning. Happy Eclipse Day. That's coming up a little bit later on. Vitality, good morning. All right, so okay, so this is what I gotta do. Man, we're getting some action this morning. We're heading toward Harmony Zone number two, which is 98 by 88. Yeah, it's very noisy right here in this range. We don't have any news actually coming up today, so we need to be a little bit patient and see how this zone is gonna end up resolving itself. If we end up breaking anything above 330, then we should be back into the long mode. If we break anything under 88, then that's gonna really affect price action. Look at that crap. Oof. Yeah, we got a captain set up long right here. It's a wild one. We start breaking. We start breaking under that target number 3. We're gonna get another flush into the close of 73, from 82 to 73, and then the market is gonna be in sync on the short side, and you're starting to see that happen right here. Here we go. Now the market is in sync on the short side. The rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis with a target of 248 and a quarter. Harmony zone number 1 is 98 by 308. Harmony zone number 2 is 323 by 333. Rallies are shortable. We'll reevaluate this idea if we break anything above 310, 315. Man, see how quickly that went. Next target is 223. Harmony zone number 1 and 2 shifted to 273 by 283 and 298 by 308. We'll reevaluate the short if we break anything above 300. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis. Yeah, you're seeing some wild moves here, guys. So what's the big picture? Big picture is we got a flush in ES and NQ. We're in the middle of the range, right? We are in the middle of the range on the 200 NT wrinkle, which is gonna ultimately gives the market a two-sided look. So we're gonna see these type of counter trends that will challenge target number 3 and channel number 1 and harmony zone number 1, which is the 75 to the 85. You're gonna see a little bit of that, and then another wave of shorts will come in, and this is an area of back and forth where the trend can lose its strength. Like we had a good short swing in the open, and in this spot, you're gonna see counter trends happening. Hey Randolph, how are you, bro? Long time. Said, good morning. So now we're in the neutral zone. We're just basically oscillating in that zone. So that type of zone trading, what does it mean? Means the 300 to the 315, you're gonna get some selling pressure coming in, and when you come into the 70 to the 85, you're gonna get buying interest coming in. So they're gonna play that game for a little bit, and till they decide they're done, and they take the market in a direction. There's a captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinko, so that's gonna be an issue that we have to kind of overcome. So we may get a little bit of a deeper pull here. Here. Good morning, Stephen. How are you, buddy? Steven, good morning. Ooh, that's nasty. Okay. All right, if we break 280, that's going to lend itself to some selling pressure here. Okay. 280. Wow. Look at that. Man, we got so close. See that 300 to the 15? That's just an area of resistance, and this is an area of support. So we're gonna be getting that. Good morning, AKU. How are you, buddy? So they're gonna. It's a balance area for the market right now, and they're gonna try to chop up people. So that's what they're gonna do. The market is out of sync. The 200 and the 100 are out of sync. Resistance to to support. So they're playing that game. See that? See that bottom end of it that they just played around with? Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Two switch trades in a row. You expect a bit of a push to 92 and 97 off of it. So 92, 97 is what I would like to see out of this market right here. That'll be consistent with this behavior. If we break anything under 78, that would be an issue. But we should get 92, 97. Here comes that 92. Let's see if we can get the 97. I mean, we're getting like double switch trade. I mean, that's consistent with this behavior. Here we go. Boom. 97. All right. So the market is behaving in a predictable way. That's a nice one, actually. So now in this area, some of the shorts can come back in and try to get it back into the 90 area. So you gotta like take your profits in that run up. But see how you hit that zone. I mean, they hit that zone once and twice, so that's the higher than this peak. But nonetheless, you know, 9 out of 10 they'll do this and bring it back to the middle of the range, and then do whatever they want to do after that. So that's resistance, that's support. They're playing that game. This is a non-trending environment, a non-trending market. it goes from trending short to out of sync, and it's doing it in the middle of the range on a Monday morning. What does that mean? That means that they're trying to digest the price action, and they're trying to build up stops for a move later on. And the move is going to happen either above Globex at 348, or if we break the 223 and a quarter, we're going to see momentum on the short side. Anything in between, it's the building phase of that move. Ain't no sunshine. Okay, so here you go. Switch trade right here. Expectations to see a couple of candles down to that 85. If they close the 300, you're gonna get a run up to break the 308 and 315. Yeah, because that should not be what they're doing here. Yeah, so we should be pushing 308. It's close enough. 308, 30, almost 307. That's the target right here, 305. They need to clear this area. I mean, in order for the longs to start picking up some steam toward the 48 Globex. Now, if they go and close 306 right now, here we go, 9 o'clock. So, here we go. Yeah. The longs are making higher lows. Come on. Yeah, see that? Higher lows, higher lows. We're making higher lows. It's very choppy though. It's not like, they're. Yeah, I know, Adam, and that's why I'm trying to be super careful this morning and try not to get too excited about any of this stuff and give the market a little bit of time and see what type of action we're gonna get. And it seems like on a Monday morning, I do much better as the day is progressing. So let's just keep reading the market and understand it. So we expected the 308 and 315 to show up, right? I mean, they showed up. It just they're showing up and not they're trying to hold them. It's not like they're not trying. But and they're making higher lows. It's just a lot of chop, a lot of chop. So I have to, if I trade this, I have to trade it with the minimum number of contract, understanding the big levels. And one of the big levels is the 348 and a quarter. That's low backs. We break above it. The bias in the market will uh, uh, turn very positive, and we will be in a breakout type of behavior. Okay, even if we don't get to, like, even before we get to that level, if we get to 323, that would be a huge accomplishment by the longs. Now, if we start breaking 270 and then ultimately get to 223, that will, be decisive on the short side. Right now, we're getting a two-sided market, and we're tossing people around between harmony zone number 1 and 2. That is a sign of consolidation. You see that? Like literally between them. They go up there, it's resistance. They come to that level, it's support. Well, well, well. See that resistance into this area. Eventually, it has to give. I mean, because we hit that level once. You say this as a whole is another time, and this is the third time they hit it. So they hit this area, harmony zone number two, which is 98 to 308, like three times, three major times, and then came back, and look what they're doing. You know, it's just a beautiful choppy area that is fairly consistent, and I'm glad that we recognize it early on because that puts us in a mode where if you're looking for a trend, you're getting chopped up. If you're trading the edges of price, you're doing just fine. Yeah, look at that. You know, it's very powerful. 300 and 310, 305. Yeah, so you're getting chop chop. All right, we're getting a little bit of a break here. It looks like, at least. They're playing around that 300 and the harmony zone number two, which is the 98 by 308. They're in consolidation right here. Here we go again with this 90 business. So they keep flushing that whole number into the 90s and try to bounce it right back up. So we're gonna see a little bit of that happening here. See that 90 up there? That's to be expected there. Okay. It is a meat grinder. That's a motherfucking meat grinder. All right, guys. How's everybody doing? Adam, Brad, Greg, Marty. Let's see, Matthew. Where we at, buddy? Mike, Sheila. Sheila, good morning. Steven, Sayed, AKU, Randolph, Vitality, Ethan, Brian, Gregory. No trades for Steven. Okay. Very choppy, will wait. Last 2K. Peter, $2 ahead for Marty. Okay. I first did some during London session, paid well. Now should okay. So last okay, got you. Um, $2 ahead, $200 ahead for Marty. All right, man. We got a whole week ahead of us here, so I think patience here is about the best trade I can take. Brad is up 180. I'm flat. Okay, we get 323. The market orientation will shift. It's very brutal. It's a lot of chop, Adam. Yeah, let's keep working, buddy. Let's keep working. We'll get him. We'll get him. We will get him. Get out of here. Okay. So let's see how they're gonna try to sell a little bit of it here. Let's see if we can find. Here we go. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Chop, chop, chop. Let them chop. Let them chop it up. Yeah, I don't want to fuck around with it. Here we go. Target number was hit. I mean, it looks like we're gonna break that 323. I mean, that's what it looks like. Really. Keep making higher lows. There's a one higher low right here, another one higher low here. That's the low into harmony zone number one. And they're starting to peak their prices, meaning that they're starting to punch out of that harmony zone number two, that resistance area, and every punch is a little bit higher than the next one. And they pull back, and then they punch it back again, and they pull back. It's just ultimately they have to break it. They have to break 323, and that will give us a shift in between the 200 and the 100, and the market is going to be in sync on the long side. But you got to get there. It's a 50 NT Rinko captain set up short with what they just did here. So that's not necessarily a good thing for the longs. Not really. That is not good. That is not good. See this? That's a captain set up short. Look what they did before that. They around the same spot. They put a captain set up long and ran it up significantly. So this is a symmetry move that they could be playing. So if we hold on to the 20 and to the 25, this will resolve itself lower. We break the 90 and we'll flush. And the market will be doing exactly what they did here, but on the opposite side of that trade. So, we need to be conscious of that. Put a captain setup switch trade right here. So that's how they're gonna resolve it. They're failing that captain setup short so far. Well, I mean they need to go above that 23 to fail it. The two big numbers are 97.75, and the next one is us breaking the 325. Good morning, Shingo. Good morning. I mean, it's very choppy, guys. It's very choppy. ES is hitting the top end of Harmony Zone number one. Actually, let's just take a closer look. Uh, ES has not closed that candle. Let's see here. So it's still actually showing Harmony Zone number one and two on the long side. The target for that rotation is 52.69 and a half. If we break anything under 52.50, we'll get a change in that personality. So basically, that tells me that ES and NQ are out of sync as well, which is also a sign that the market is consolidating. The 323 and a quarter. You don't want to see under anything under 310 either. There we go. Damn. Woo, baby. I know that's and they did it quickly too. Okay. So that's a railroad long, and the targets are 35.40 and a break. You're stuck here. Yeah, you would be stuck. 23, 307, 35 with 2. Not here. Not here. No. You're gonna get a pullback. You're the 28 right when that candle closed got you from 28 to 35. That's a spot. You have a railroad long, so that's the signal, and the entry is 28 and a quarter. Once that candle closed, the target is 40, and we have 48 as well as a target. So what is this market doing right now? Pullbacks are buyable, and we have a target of 348 and a quarter, and which is Globex. And after that, we'll start seeing a lot more momentum to the upside. They failed this captain setup on the 50 NT Rinko, and here we go. 48 coming up. And 373 is the next target. 373. We should pull back to the 48 to retest Globex. Yeah, we should push a little bit lower here to 48. Not really, huh? There you go. Yes, you did, Stephen. Yes, you did. That's something, though. You got me on that one. They got me. So what do we make out of this price action? We're getting better price action. So that's the first step of that process. Is now we're getting a little bit of a trending behavior, and the longs are holding up. There's they trapped a lot of the shorts down in the middle of the range, the 290 to 300. That was a spot where they continued to trade within the neutral zone and ended up running it up. So we're looking for pullbacks as a buying opportunity. I'm expecting a little bit of retrace to retest Harmony Zone number one and Globex. We hit target number four and kind of came back in. So there's a little bit of stress here on the market, and I'm looking for pullbacks to buy into this market. A couple of areas where it's a good area to buy into it is right here. So if I can get a switch trade, which we're about to have, that's a sell signal, and we should get into the 48 to the 35 area and see how well we hold on to that, and I'll start looking at it to get in. So it's behaving the way we expected to. Now let's see how they handle the selling. Are they buying the selling here, or are they gonna just jack with a bunch of people? This is the area where we need to be looking at the 50 down to the 35. That area needs to hold. If you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna get a glass of water. I'll be back. Well, well, well. I mean, that's the area that we're talking about. I mean, they came to it exactly where they needed to. I mean, they did a couple of switch trades that flushed it back to that target, then just bounced it back into that move. And that's, I don't know if you, I guess that water cost me some money, but where did anybody jump in on this idea by any chance? We hit target number 4 again. Oh, you got a piece of it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. What's our target? Our target is 398. Our target is 398. Pullbacks are buyable. Harmony zone number 1 is 48 by 38 and 23 by 13. We'll reevaluate the longs if we break anything under 330. ES is moving to its target of 52.69 and a half. Zone number 1 is 57 by 54 and 50 by 47. Pullbacks are buyable across the board. Three 63 by 73. So 73. So the top end of the range is the Globex band, which is going to be the 400. We have a target of 98 and a quarter. So between that 73 and the 95, we're gonna see a bit of resistance coming in that could fade the market back into the middle of the range, like the 50s, and potentially harmony zone number one again. So just kind of be conscious of that. And if we're gonna be buying this thing, we gotta buy it on pullbacks. They're the same targets, Adam, that we've had before. Target number, but I just changed their color and their thickness to target number 5 and target number 6 in red and blue. You see that? Yeah, getting a little bit of back and fill here. Frida, good morning. No trades for you? Yeah, well, none for me either. All right, I'm gonna put an order at 41. And let's see if we can get down there. If we break 75, then I'm not going to be interested, but you would expect in this area, Matthew, that we consolidate a little bit. We're around Globex, and that's just an area where the market can get a pullback into harmony zone number 1, 48 by 38. But if they bring it back down to 41, it should stabilize and push back up to 48 and 55 and 58, and I'll make my money that way. And if we break anything above 75, then I'm not interested. And it is 10 o'clock. Ain't no sunshine. Because right now the market is in sync on the long side. So that's basically the direction I'm looking for. And the pullbacks are buyable in this environment. What would be a short? It would be 80 and a half, and the 80 and a half should pull us into 75 and 70. Yeah, you're hearing. Yes, yes, I sang it. There you go. All right. All right. Here they come. Here they come. A lower high. A lower high. So we should be going to the 48 and potentially the 41. There's a couple of places. 47 and 41. So here we go. 47. Ah, damn, that's quick. You oh Jesus. 47. I don't want to see a bounce here. I want to get filled. I mean, if they bounce it back up, that I would have to take my order out. Okay, here we go. Okay, 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 okay. Oh Jesus. That was quick. All right, let's see it. Gotta get rid of one. I'm gonna take a break even here, basically. It should punch us back up to Globex, but I just don't like the speed in which it sold off. So that kind of puts me in a flat here. Here we go. I mean, that's just profitable. We should get to 48. I like it. I like it. Good job. So now the market is out of sync, right? They're out of sync. They're gonna go back to 48. They're gonna jack with people for a little bit. I mean, that would have been $400 or $500 trade for me, but I think I took the scalp. Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. So the market's going into balance, right? So we got involved in this trade, added to it right here within the neutral zone. 48 was a target. I punted it out a little bit early. Just that's kind of like a significant selling pressure, and it happened fast. I was like, all right, well, we could be consolidating here, so let me take a flat and reassess. So we ended up with basically a flat trade, and let's see what that does for us. Those are the two contracts that we did, and we're right here. Positive $16, and let's just keep working. Let's keep working. If we go to 61, 61. I mean, what are they doing here? I mean, they're tagging glowbacks and they're just rotating in it, and I guess we have some news coming up. What news is that? I'm looking at the news calendar. Nothing U.S. based. I don't have anything going on here. I'm seeing it slowing down. So now we are in a channel on the downside. The market is out of sync again. I was hoping we see 61, but 55 and a quarter is all we got. All right, so we're in and around Globex, just basically oscillating. I definitely want to either see above 61 or I want to see us breaking those 20s. Oh, Captain set up short right here. Let's see them confirm it with a close under 38. Yeah, we are squeezing. I mean, they're you need because sometimes, especially where we at, a signal like this, I'm not trusting it. To be honest with you, I just want to see a little bit more. I want to see a 38 break 35, come back and retest and make a lower high. Here we go. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see. Now retest. So I mean, how does the retest goes? 43 and a quarter close, then you're coming back in with another close under 36. That will put on a switch trade signal. That means we have two signals in a row telling me short, and that confirms it. So right here. So I don't want to go above 48. I want this candle to close lower, and that will get me in. 35. 35.50. I'll go with 5 contracts, 35.50. But here we go. See that? I gotta cancel. I gotta cancel and wait. They're tricky. Just be mindful of location. And location is the middle of the range. The location is Globex, and that's an area of balance and great deal of you know failed signals basically. Now another thing they can do, they can put on another one candle reversal at 41, and that will be if we break 40.75, then that's kind of retest testing. Oh, okay, well, I mean, there's no sense in completing that sentence. They saved me from completing this sentence. I mean, they didn't. So the tricky part is the fact that you're expecting a candle like this or a signal like that to test or break, which it did, then come back in there, and then it depends on how well it tests. So if the follow-up candle closed at 36, then that's an automatic entry short with a target at 25 and lower. And the fact that it didn't test that or didn't do it, it had one more opportunity at Globex at 48 to reverse. It didn't do that. And now what that means that you trapped the shorts here around Globex. So that doesn't mean that they wouldn't go back up and then gets faded back in. But that's the non-trending behavior that they're doing, especially around Globex. So you at a max, like how do we handle Globex? Is not to establish a position at Globex, but make it as a target to whatever you're trying to do. So if I'm short, if I'm long here like I was, my target is Globex at 48, and that happened. If I'm short up at 66, my target is Globex, but I'm not going to establish a position at Globex. A big deal is going to be this: a break below 34. If we break 35.75, that's a captain setup short on the 50 NT Rinko. If we break 38 half, which we're about to, we get ourselves a captain setup short on the 40 NT Rinko. So we're getting multiple rotations here, and I think it's just due to the fact that we're in balance, where the market just coiling on multiple charts. And if you're coiling on multiple charts and you break, you're gonna pick up some steam and momentum. So 35, 38, and yeah, 35 and 38. 38 and 35. You break those, you're gonna start getting a little bit more momentum, and the momentum will be momentum on the downside. Here we go. That's the first one. 40 NT Rinko captain set up short. We're about to get a 51 here in a second, under 34, and we just got it. Now that puts us in a position where rallies are shortable on a scalping basis only. Okay? Then if we end up closing at a 98, then it becomes a swing trade short at that point. But we're looking for rallies to short into on a scalping basis. And the targets are the 20s. But they need to rally up a little bit here. And they may not give it to us. Yeah, I really like it though. You have stops 45, 55, 58. Targets 20s. Need an entry. I'll put an order at 41.75 and see if I can get filled. Let's see. You fucking ah! Come on, man. Come on. No love on that one, baby. No love. I gotta cancel it. But the idea is the idea. It just needed to fill. I mean, that switch trade right here was a good one, be honest with you. I just wanted a little bit better price action, and that made me miss the trade. But the idea is the idea, and the idea is a good one. Well, let's keep fishing. We'll catch a big one. Oh, you were lower than me on that trying to get in, and you still didn't get in. All right, so harmony zone number 2 is getting hit, and that's gonna put us in a position. This is a captain setup long. We should expect 28 to 33 coming up here. So they're gonna counter here. As long as we continue to hold on to 15. I just don't want to go against those big captain setups, but we should push up a little bit here. That's the first touch of, well, I mean, if you want to call it first touch, actually this one right here, where I got in the first time around, I would consider that that's the first touch. This is the second touch of harmony zone number 2. And we got to the 30, well, 28. That's not quite enough. Yeah, we should push up a little bit here. ES flushed, picked up some stops. They're gonna counter it. Get probably to the 62. Or they're trying at least. They're not right, Adam. All right. They're not right. Yeah, 34, 37. Okay. 32, 22. Like, I don't want to get short here. Because, I mean, you're coming and getting short in an area where they can pick it up. So that's an issue for me. Even though you're getting a potentially railroad short with a close under 23. But that still not a favorable position. I mean, I have to be like super aggressive and really ready to take on some risk to take a trade that looks like that. It's not that kind of day, even if it works. So, just gonna wait. This area is gonna be a bit of a support, and as we approach Globex harmony zone number 1, which will be 48 by 38, is resistance to price action. Okay, so here we go with that. Yeah, they're trying to stabilize it, Trying to stabilize. Oh boy. So so what do we say about that, huh? Nothing wrong with being aggressive, right? Where did that come from? Came out of the short pressure that we've been talking about. Now what we're getting here is the market is in sync on the short side, and we're looking for rallies as a shorting opportunity on a swing trade basis. This is, oh boy. All right, so let's just take a quick look. You see this zone right here? That's the Globex zone. We're at the bottom end of it, and typically that's an area where the market would get faded back up. So I want to be careful of that. Ultimately, we have a target. The target is 273 and a quarter. 273 and a quarter. Rallies are shortable on a swing trade basis into that bigger target. We will reevaluate the shorts if we end up breaking anything above 348. Okay, see that? See that behavior? Yeah, that's what they typically do in this area. They come, they go a little bit under the Globex band, and then they rip it back up. It's two, it's two, two, two. So Adam, Brad, Marty, Mike, Steven, where we at? AKU, Randolph, Vitality, Ethan, Brian, Frida, Shingo. Any improvement? See what they did here? Switch trade. That should be pushing us a little bit higher. Okay. Evals, let's keep doing it, baby. We'll get it done, Adam. We will get it done. Yeah, let's see what they want to do here. We have a harmony zone number one, which is a short zone. That short zone is 23 by 33. Any attempt at that zone, we're looking for selling pressure to resume itself and making a lower high. Making a lower high will be consistent with that overall channel that we're doing. So where would that be? Anywhere, be honest with you, between 23 and 30. They may push it a little bit higher, then pull it back, but in that area, including this area we're in, that's an area where the pressure can resume itself and we can go back down to test the 300. Yeah, and I just noticed, yeah, 300, we're at a whole number. So they're not gonna just give up that number easily. They're gonna come up to it and bounce right back up, and they're gonna play games and try to get you to overcommit in one direction. It's gonna be one of those things, you know. But I'm looking for rallies into that zone as a shorting opportunity. I mean, we were looking at it here at the 41. We passed on the 23 and a half, and I'm kicking myself for doing it, but that's fine. Now here, I need to be a little bit more patient, right? Even though the mechanics of the market is still short, I think we're gonna go up to the 20 and try to flush more people out. We'll see. It may happen, may not. But that's the risk I'm taking right now. Is the risk of waiting and missing for a better opportunity. Screw that. Screw that. $22. Okay. All right. We know our target, 273. Rallies are shortable. Looking for a signal. There's the captain set up short on the 30 NT Rinco. That's performing. So you're seeing multiple charts are all saying the same exact thing. Short the rallies, short the rallies. Your protective stop on a swing trade base is 48. At 348. Short rallies, short rallies. Another one would be the 9. I mean, I could take the 9. Actually, 975. If we break the 85, I'm gonna have to cancel that order. Ugh. Yeah, you should expect a little bit of a counter trend here, but whatever. We'll see. If I miss it again, I miss it. Um, yeah, ES is gearing for a flush. Okay, here we go. Just location. We're right at that Globex band, bottom end of it. So they're gonna try to trap. So 9. Man, they can't do me like that, can they? I guess they can, right? Mm-hmm. Well, that screws that little deal here. I gotta cancel that order. I mean, we came. What? They missed me by a tick. That would have been beautiful. They knew I was parked down there. I mean, excuse me. They knew I was parked up there. They knew it. I know they knew it. They saw me. From 9:13. How did we do, Steven? Where we at? Here we go. A grand per account. That's great. That is awesome, man. All right, we'll see you tomorrow, bro. Take care. Good job. No, no, noob. Absolutely not. You don't have to pass it in one day, but if you pass it in one day, then you will get a funded account the following day. You're not disqualified for not passing it in one day, but they're giving you, because you have to remember, if you've been with Apex for a long time, you would know that they had it where you have to spend a minimum of 10 days. So you had to pass it in 10 days, a minimum. Then they reduced it to, you could pass it within 7 days or more. Now they're saying you could pass it in one day or more. If it takes you a month to pass it, it does not disqualify you. If you pass it in one day under this offer that they have, then you qualify for a funded account. I hope that clarifies it. Baby, no love, no love, no love. Look at that. Tell me somebody made money out of this idea here. Tell me. Marty, tell me you're in it. I know Adam is all over that thing. Marty, where we at, bro? You in it? Covered right before the flush? Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure that feels like crap, but but you could take solace out of the idea that you're in the right direction. It could have been long. Yeah, so my 1975. So I had a 975 and a 1975. It will be 80% the follow-up month. So meaning that you participated in a membership, and the membership will renew at the end of your month at an 80% off. So on a $50,000 account, it's $34. So your first month is going to be $34. The next month will be $34, and going forward it will be $34 as long as you have not passed it. Once you pass the account, then you are receiving a funded PA account, and there's a different charge. Like for example, a $50,000 account will be either two options, either $92 month to month, or around $150 after taxes, one-time fee. So it's going to be up to you at that point how you're going to manage that. Do you want to do the performance account at a month-to-month basis, or are you going to do it at a one-time fee and pay it once and give yourself the time to trade as long as you need to get the PA to pay you? Damn, that's a good one. 0375 into 15 points. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, no problem. All right, guys. So for today, it's 11 o'clock. We're kind of, the morning session here is done. We put ourselves in a couple of spots. I gotta cancel this order. I put myself in a bunch of spots that would have paid in a big way. I just didn't get filled, and I wasn't willing to chase it. So we had one trade right here. We made, basically it's a flat. We had a couple of opportunities here that we're trying to take advantage of with no fills. So this is where I'm at. For the day, we're a big old $16.64 after commission. And we are at equity high pretty much. 16,127. And that's it for me. I'm gonna take a break, go get some lunch, and depending on how the market looks like, I'm gonna go look at the solar eclipse. We're in Frisco, Texas, close to Dallas, Texas, and the eclipse is gonna be right. It's in the trajectory of where I live, basically. So I'm gonna be like smack right in front of it, looking at it. So I got myself one of those mid optics. That's what they call them. And I'm gonna go see if I can catch me an eclipse. I don't know if Adam in Mexico. I don't know if you're in Mexico right now or not, but are you guys gonna be able to see it or not? Marty, Mike, you're local anyway, so you'll be able to see it. Don't really care? Okay, well, that's fine. It's a once in a lifetime deal. Okay. Yeah, it's once in a lifetime thing. I'll jump in, participate. Yeah. I mean, everybody tells you you gotta have those glasses, but I don't know. Does it? Are you gonna go blind if you look at the sun without the glasses? Is it truly a proven, medical advice not to look? I know some people say, oh, you just don't do it, and I'm not gonna look at it without these glasses. But I'm just wondering, is it true that if you look at it without these glasses, you're gonna go blind? I just don't think so, and I will not try that. It can hurt for sure. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, good luck, everybody. I feel like we read the market fairly well today. Executed on some, passed on some, missed some, and tomorrow's another day. Right. You guys take care. We'll see you. You'll see you on the next one.